What is going on, guys? I am Samuel, and today we are at Alliance Skate Park in Grand Prairie, Texas. So I spent the last 2 days on a mountain bike, but I'm finally at a skate park and I get to get back on the BMX. This place looks pretty awesome. There's some little outdoor section over here. There's some indoor section right here. I think there's a big bowl in it, and there's some even little tracks I get to ride on the bike. So I haven't even had a proper look around this place. I'm gonna get to explore it and ride my bike here and see what we can do. Let's go check out how big this place is and what all our options are to ride today. So this is that first little outdoor section. It looks fun. There's a lot of little metal ramps there, it looks like. And we've even got a little half pipe. I do like riding half pipes. Those are always really fun. Let's see if we can get up here and see what's on the other side. Oh, look at this. We have some awesome ramps here. This looks pretty incredible. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit with its setup of one of my favorite parks in Texas called Dodson Park that I've been riding at a good bit lately. Oh, there's a big wall ride box on this. So we'll definitely be hitting up some of this later on today. There's a big corner over here that looks awesome to ride. There's a whole little outdoor section of trails over there. I might try to get on those. I've never really ridden outdoor trails on my BMX bike before, so that might be something new to try out. And then over here inside this hangar is a whole indoor section with bowls, and that's what I'm really excited to ride today. So let's get on the bike and see what this is like. Take this thing right here. All right, this is looking pretty awesome. Inside this hangar, you get away from the heat, and you've got a big bowl to ride. So this is gonna be my first ride on the BMX. We're gonna go for a little lap around this bowl, see if I can pull some tricks. It's kind of steeper on this end. I like how that looks. So let's see how this thing feels. I got my first bar spin out of this bowl, and now I'm gonna do some spin tricks. I'm gonna try to do a 270 out to 270 back in. I first pulled this at a Dodson skate park in Longview, and I haven't done it since. So I think this is gonna be a perfect setup. Let's see if I can get it done. I'm kind of starting to feel the flow in this park, and I found some fun things I can do. So we're gonna do a little gap out of this little takeoff into the bowl. We're gonna carve around the bowl, and then I'm actually gonna 360 out of the edge of the bowl down into the quarter pipe there. And I'm gonna get some back-to-back bangers, couple seconds, couple cool tricks. Let's get into it right now. Let's go half cab bar. Oh, I love a good invert. That was awesome. Oh, the indoor hangar is awesome, and I love the bowl in there, but I've left that behind. And now I'm gonna try to pull out some of my inner hairy main. I'm gonna attempt to do a foot jam stall on this quarter pipe, hop back in, and then I'm gonna 180 over this little mini spine. This is my first time to ever actually ride a spine, and I think this selects a perfect size to do a little 180 on. So let's see if I can get that clip and hopefully not destroy myself in the sun, because it is a little bit of a technical line. I think I can pull it out. How many tries will it take? I don't know. So now that I've done the 180 over it, we gotta level that up. I'm gonna try to 180 over it going that way, and then 360 over it back this way. This is my first time to ride a spine. It's super tiny, so I've never tried to spin a spine before. I hope I don't die. Oh, let's do that again, see if we do it better. Oh. Yeah! Yeah. Before we get on with riding with our day, I was going to ride these little trails made out of wood back here, but that was when I found this big wooden kicker right here. It goes all the way to flat, but it's a little bigger than my one at home, probably about twice the size. So I have to do a 360 out of it just to christen it. Let's get that done. This is about a handlebar height kicker all the way to flat on concrete. So I really don't want to crash or I'll get some bad road rash. Let's pull a spin. Now that I've rolled over the smaller ones here, I'm gonna go and jump all the bigger set. That should be pretty fun. I'm so excited to go and ride the outdoor park, but I keep seeing more exciting stuff that I want to ride in here. So I'm gonna try to do a 360 flat drop off of this little bit, and then I think we'll be set to go ride some outdoor stuff. See if I can pull this and not crash into the little curb here. Now the awesome thing here at Alliance, you've got some little tents to sit under right behind the indoor hangar park. So I'm gonna stay here and drink my water for a minute, and then we're gonna go over and we're gonna ride some of the outdoor park. They got some awesome quarter pipe. The surface of the ramps is actually super grippy. Some of the wood inside here is a little slippery on the high pressure tires, but this surface is incredible. It's where I did the little foot jam and I rode the little tiny spine. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna get on some of the big boy ramps, and I cannot wait to ride that. It's a little bit closer to the size of my stuff at home. right now I'm standing on top of this 5.5-foot spine at Alliance. The only spine I've ever ridden before is this little miniature one I just rode over there. I've never actually jumped a proper spine, and I think today might be the day. I need to get that done so I can at least know how to ride a spine, and I'm gonna give it a couple test runs. My biggest fear is just going way too far on the spine and then nose diving right into the flat ground there. I've seen that happen to a lot of people, and I really don't want that to be my first experience. So I'm gonna mess around with it. If I feel safe, I'll jump it. I would love to get that checked off today, so I need to experiment. Before I get too stuck in my head about this, I'm just gonna give it one more run up, and then just kinda, if I feel good, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up, see if I can get over it. I wanna pull a little bit to the side and kinda carve over it instead of jumping straight so I don't go too far to flat. But I think I'm gonna be safe and try it out. Yo! Oh, that was the coolest thing ever. The wind is kind of gusting a little bit today, so before I ride some of this stuff, I'm kind of waiting to be in between gusts so I don't get blown around. But now that I've jumped my first ever spine, I gotta try to do a couple tricks on it. I wanna get a toboggan, and then we'll link it in with maybe some tables and stuff on these other quarters, because it is a blast to ride. Now that I'm gonna come be cruising around this little outdoor bit, it feels awesome. So I'm gonna fly out this little quarter pipe here and do a little tuck no hander. Now that we've checked off the spine, which is my first time to jump one of those, I'm gonna do this little hip, and this little gap in this hip, I've never ridden a hip like this, and if I case on the edge, that's not gonna be a fun fall. I'm gonna try to jump this hip, see if I can do a little table on it, and then go right into the spine. So there's gonna be 2 new features checked off in one line. Let's do it. Now that I've done a table, we're gonna level it up. We're gonna get a handoff, see if I can do a toboggan. Let's try that out. That works perfectly. So now we've come to the half pipe. I'm gonna do some lip tricks right here. I love those. And this half pipe looks like it's awesome to ride. It's super grippy up top. I think we should have a lot of grip to do some tricks and not have our tires sliding around. Let's knock some out. It's pretty rare that I do tech riding like that at skate parks because some of those tricks take a lot of tries. You have to be super precise. So I usually prefer to do them at home all the time in the world to do it. But I'm so glad to get those knocked out. That 180 disaster to 180 back in was, I didn't think that was gonna happen, but it did. And I got a fakie bar. I've never done that on this bike before. So that's kind of cool. I want to do some spin tricks in this quarter pipe. And then it's getting kind of hot. I'm getting a little worn out. That might be wrapping up my Alliance skate park session. But man, I have loved riding here. Incredible. Well, that was a bit much. I don't think I'm gonna pursue that 360 fakie. After that, we're just gonna move on. That's my sign to quit with that. What? Oh, this is the tiniest climb I've ever done. Yo, this is the best. Guys, come to Alliance Skate Park. What is this? Whenever I get a 540 like that done, that's typically my session ender. So we're gonna leave Alliance Skate Park, but they've got a cool little board shop. So we're gonna walk in. We got a little skateboard bench to sit in, test that out, see how comfy a skateboard is to sit on. Got a whole bunch of skateboards to choose from if I decide to, in my BMX profession, and pick up something a little bit more closer to the ground. We have some nice apparel to choose from when I rip my clothes up here riding. But Alliance Skate Park has been awesome. There's a quick little walk around the board shop, and now it is time for me to head back to Louisiana. Take this little thing home with me, and away we go right out the gates. Bye-bye, Alliance. A couple hours of road tripping later, and I'm back home. I had so much fun in Texas. This is my third and final video from this trip. I was at Spider Mountain for 2 days, and I got to ride Alliance Skate Park, where I had an absolutely incredible time. I jumped my first spine and did the tiniest 540 I've ever done. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother. Go check out some of these riding spots if you're in the area in Texas. It is so worth your time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.